In the next session, please take your seats. In this session, we will be discussing on Satcom for digital public infrastructure and public services connecting India's northeast, exploring how Satcom can bridge connectivity gap across India's northeast and by enabling digital public services, resilient communication, border connectivity, and inclusive access where terrestrial networks remain unavailable. I'd like to invite our chair and moderator, Dr. S.P. Aggarwal, Director NESAC, Keynote addressee Shri P.L.N. Raju, Special Secretary, Science, Technology and Climate Change, Assam Government. He will be joining us online. I'd also like to invite the speakers, Mr. Eran Shapiro, Senior Director, Business and Technology, AMOS Spacecom, and Mr. Manish Pratap Singh, MDRM, Consultant and Advisor.
Audience are not there.
We will be starting with the session. I request everyone to please take their seats. Have you joined? The keynote speaker, have you joined? The keynote speaker? We are not able to see him. Put the proceedings to the moderator. So.
Okay, thank you and good afternoon to everyone. This is a very important session as it is on the northeastern region. To set the context, let me tell you something about the northeast region and why it is important. But before that, I would like to request my panelists to kindly introduce themselves. So, Mr. Eran.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Eran Shapiro. I'm doing business development and new technology for AMOS Spacecom. Spacecom is the national geosatellite operator of Israel, and our satellites are known by the brand name AMOS. And we have coverage and services over Europe, Middle East, Africa, and now we are also introducing additional coverage and services into India.
Thank you, Mr. Eran. AMOS is a very important satellite and you are providing a lot of services to the different countries, especially in satellite communication. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Manesh, please.
Yeah, I am Manesh Pratap Singh. I'm a satellite and telecom executive with over 30 years experience. I was able, I enabled that some of the mission critical network for ISRO, for World Bank, ITA, and Indian Defense. Currently, I'm heading a MDRM consulting, which helps the technology company to expand their business in India and South Asia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manish. I think you are playing a very important role by providing the consultancy to various agencies and organizations, especially in the field of space and satellite communication. Now, online, Professor P.L.N. Raju is there. Professor Raju, could you introduce yourself? Is there? Yeah. Yeah, Professor Raju, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, good afternoon. You are able to hear me?
Yes.
So, thank you so much for inviting me for this. First of all, Dr. S.P. Aggarwal, who is heading the Northeastern Space Application Center and who is coordinating the program. Shall I talk or?
No, you have to introduce. Later I will ask you to talk.
Okay. So, I am P.L.N. Raju, Special Secretary to Govt of Assam, Science and Technology and Director, Assam State Space Application Center. So, I basically application scientist like Dr. S.P. Aggarwal and then worked at NESAC and also quite involved in this satellite communications and its application for various applications in terms of education, telemedicine, security, disaster management. So, various levels this communication is very important. Yeah, back to
Thank you, Professor Raju. Yes, you have a lot of experience. I think more than 3.5 decades, more than 35 years, you are working in the area of the space application, including satellite communication. So you are a very important panelist for us. To set the context, let me tell you something about the northeastern region of India. You know that northeastern region of India, it consists of 8 states. All of you are aware about it. Our Honorable Prime Minister used to tell Akshar Lakshmi, which starts from the Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura. This northeastern region has different terrains. You know, it has a mountains in Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Then it has a hills of Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram, partly Tripura also. Then it is a plains of Assam and plateau of Meghalaya. Each state has a different challenges as far as satellite communication or per se communication when I am talking about. It is a 8% land of the country. So you will say 8% is a very small. No, it is not a small because our country is very big. Northeast region is much bigger than many developed country of the world. It has lot of potential also. Northeastern region is having 24% forest of the country. Any region is having 30% of water resources of the country. Any region is having 56% of hydropower potential of the country. Any region has second biggest biodiversity hotspot of the world. It has many resources which is not available in any other part of the world, which I am not going to dwell upon it. But what is important here, it has a lot of difficult terrains. Mountains regions are there. Fragmented vegetations are there, fragmented urban settlement is there. You will get the villages very far away. Reaching there is very, very difficult. So communication is a very big issue. Now, in this panel discussion, we will discuss that how satellite communication will help to the people of that region, and especially with respect to the digital public infrastructure. So for that, this session is organized. I welcome you all here in different, sections. Section 1 is the keynote address by Professor P.L.N. Raju, who is a Special Secretary of Department of Science and Technology and Climate Change of Government of Assam. So we thought he is the right person to give a keynote address. After his keynote address, there will be a question answer session with our panelists, and I request you to kindly participate in question answer session. So now I request Professor P.L.N. Raju to start your keynote address. Please unmute yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Raju, to bringing out all very important aspects. In fact, you have covered every aspect which I thought I should talk in this session. Like you started with the vessel navigation, where this GNSS has to play a major role. Nevertheless, you have also talked about the strategic area, disaster risk management, digital divide. In fact, I would like to tell audience that in northeastern region, still there are more than 3,000 villages which are not covered by any broadband services, any internet services. So they don't have any connectivity. Then, so digital divide. In fact, telemedicine is very, very important, tele-education and many more things. And you have told about what should be the future. But to continue with that, I would like to ask Mr. Eran Shapiro, who is from Israel, and a very big company. In fact, he is having a satellite. Government has a satellite. The satellite name is AMOS, AMOS. And this satellite is basically communication satellite. And they provide lot of services to the European region, I think. In fact, difficult areas. Now you have heard about from Professor Raju that Northeast is also difficult area, mountainous region, very difficult to reach to the people. So how you can help, and what is your view that your system, AMOS system or any other system can help the Northeast region to build a good communication network? Please.
Thank you. I think, as the professor mentioned, there are multiple issues here. So it's a multidimensional solution to the problem of getting digital services and digital access to people in such remote communities. We in Spacecom, as the doctor here mentioned, we started our work in Eastern Europe, where connectivity was very weak at the time. As the time passed, we moved our focus to Africa, and now we're moving to Asia and India specifically, where we're going to bring new satellites, HTS, high throughput satellites in Ka-band, where we're bringing one satellite later this year and another satellite coming in 29, that will provide a lot of satellite connectivity resources. But I think the issue here, as mentioned by the professor, is beyond just providing the connectivity itself. Because when you're dealing with such government services, whether they are homeland security for police or border control, where you need sometimes services to be available when you're on the move with or in a very, very remote post, then of course satellite is the natural solution for that. But let me focus a little bit about the civil aspects of it and how you can actually support when you have satellite connectivity in limiting and reducing the digital divide. I think the key area here is how people in these areas, in these remote communities, can actually benefit from the connectivity. Because just giving the connectivity and say we are done, it's not going to work. So if you're talking about education, about health services, agriculture, any other type of e-government services, the notion is how to make those services accessible and usable by the community. Let me give you one example, and I can have a few examples if we will have time. Let's look, for example, about education. So let's say you've got in a certain province or state 10,000 schools, and let's say half of them are in areas with limited connectivity or no connectivity whatsoever, and you would like to enable those schools also to provide digital education tools. Then one way is the brute force way. I'm going to put satellite connectivity, or if I have enough investment available, I am going to invest in terrestrial infrastructure. But in the territory of the Northeast, the terrain is very difficult. So deploying large-scale terrestrial infrastructure takes a lot of money and it takes time. So satellite is the natural option here. So let's say now that I have a satellite infrastructure there, and maybe I need to access 3,000 communities which are not connected, as we heard earlier. It means that I will need a lot of satellite capacity. Beside the cost issue, maybe you will run out of satellite resources as well, even if you will have a high throughput satellite. If you take an approach that I'm just giving connectivity. On the other hand, we face that issue when we approach the African market. We brought to the market the best satellite available currently over Africa, AMOS 17, fully digital satellite, high throughput satellite, all the flexibility, a lot of capacity. And still, when we approach large scale projects in remote communities, that was not enough. So what we did, we developed a solution which is putting the community information hub as the center of the solution. We call it the digital community, digital community center. And this basically allows us, using the satellite, to distribute all the educational content relevant to sit in an edge server next to the satellite terminal at the community. And when students are now going and using the digital educational tools, these digital tools are not accessing the actual cloud, the internet cloud. They're actually accessing a local cloud at the community. They have all the content available locally, and only when information is needed to be sent to the Ministry of Education or get updates for new content, the satellite connectivity is used. This way, the students are getting the latest digital educational tools at these remote communities, while we have enough available capacity for the teachers and the Ministry of Education to have broadband access to their specific needs on top of what the student needs. So we are blending here both the satellite connectivity that can access all those schools on one hand, but we are dealing with these resources very conservatively in order to have enough capacity, enough resources for everyone who wants to use this infrastructure. Now, this digital community center is also the same infrastructure, the same satellite connectivity is also used for other services, as I mentioned, like health, agriculture, and other. So you got one shared infrastructure, one satellite dish that enables all those digital services at those remote communities. So this is an example how we can actually make use of it. In addition to the services, the professor also mentioned the approach of the Northeast states and Assam specifically on hybrid infrastructure. We think it's the right approach. You blend both terrestrial infrastructure as well as satellite infrastructure. In our case, as Spacecom, we are working with our own geo satellite as well with other providers of LEO connectivity like OneWeb or Starlink, and we are providing ourselves a hybrid approach on the Satcom part, which is a multi-orbit solution, which blends the flexibilities and the capacity that each infrastructure provide into a coherent service that blends all of it together.
Thank you, Mr. Eran, for bringing out that benefit of your satellite and how you will help in northeastern region. In fact, one more question I would like to ask before going to Mr. Manesh, which is, very important. You talked that you have a geostationary satellite, and the latency of geostationary satellite is basically very poor compared to the LEO satellite. Because if you look at the geo satellite, high throughput satellite, the latency is basically, it is around 100 millisecond to 200 milliseconds. While if you look at the LEO satellite, the latency is just 30 millisecond or 20 millisecond. So how you feel that this will really help you as far as latency is concerned?
Sure. First, I would like geosatellite to have 100 millisecond delay, but actually it's a bit more. It's 250 per direction, so it's even worse. But that's okay. But basically, what we see is that it really depends on the type of services that you're after. When you are looking at someone who wants to do a financial transaction, and these are critical to be done in the milliseconds, then yes, LEO services certainly are a better fit for these type of services. But when you're looking at the type of solution we just discussed that are there to enable closing the digital divide in remote communities, then what becomes more important is first the simplicity of the overall solution and the stability of the overall solution. And on that side, geo, even though it has higher latency, this higher latency doesn't impact this type of services. So they are better suited for this type of digital divide type of applications.
Great. Yes, so basically the latency is high. Nevertheless, you are getting many benefit. In fact, in northeastern region where mountainous terrain is there, hilly terrain is there, probably you will get the seamless, broadband services through this satellite. Thank you. Now, from your answer to his question, actually you talk about that communication itself is not sufficient. It should be utilized for the people. So, question to you, Mr. Manesh. The satellite communication, you heard about that, how difficult is the northeastern terrain. And many villages still, they are unable to reach as far as communication is concerned, terrestrial towers are concerned. So DPI, digital public infrastructure is very, very important. So how do you feel and how you see that this satellite communication, whether it is through GEO or LEO, will help in DPI in northeastern region? Yes.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Aggarwal. Hello? Hello? Yeah. So before dwelling into that or diving into that further, I just want to brush up all of our knowledge about the DPI means actually. So when we talk about digital public infrastructure, is a set of shared, secured, and interoperable set of digital systems, right, which are interoperable and deliver equitable access to public and private service at societal scale. So here the thing is very important societal. So we're just not looking only the business, but the societal aspect of it. So how we enable our citizen, our people to become more innovative and then become efficient, right? And then they deliver economic value for the society in totality. And that's the objective of the government as well. That brings to the point, what is that the three pillar which the governments or that agency we talk about and the digital public infrastructure. And that's the digital identity, right? We all know that data exchange and then digital payment, Right? That's what we talk under the DPI. Of course, then other services we have e-medicine, e-education. You can add a disaster management, etc. Now here the thing comes in when we come to the northeast with respect to rest of India. If you look at the tally density, the rest of India where we have a 92% approximately or more than that, in northeast we have 79%. And in that also, if you look at the Assam, which is the largest state in the population, it's 71%. So that's a challenge. Then if you talk about the villages, it's almost 44,544 villages. I'm just adding to what that Mr. Raju has said. And in that, 4,000 villages, as Dr. Aggarwal said, don't have the 4G connectivity. That means there's no digital connectivity. Then if you look at the BharatNet, it just reached to 6,320 villages. So if you look at approximately 38,000 plus villages don't have broadband connectivity, and terrestrially it's not possible because of the terrain, difficult terrain. It's rain, heavy rain, right? Dense forest. Then you have frequent floods. So it becomes very difficult. Even you build up the terrestrial infrastructure, it won't be, it was over during these times. So now the solutions comes the satellite connectivity. If we provide satellite connectivity along with the terrestrial network, then it could be the resilient network which we build it and deliver this DPI, build a robust DPI, the network for the citizen. Right? So that's how. If you look at that on the some of the thing, if you say what's the impact it is happening. If you look at the rest of the India, 92% merchants are connected via digital payment, right? Or UPI. When you look at the Northeast, it's just 58%. So you see the economic value in that what's the, or other way we can say like what the losses as a country as a whole we are incurring, yeah? By providing them the robust network, and which of course which will be comprising of your fiber, your wireless plus satellite connectivity, that will provide access to all the citizens. Right? So that brings the very important topic that we need to have the satellite connectivity.
Thank you, Mr. Manesh, to bringing out that challenges and gaps in that northeastern region. Thank you. Probably time is not there, so but I would like to inform all the people that now Government of India has taken a big step for communication in northeastern region. We have a very important satellite. The satellite name is GSAT-29. And we have a hub at the Guwahati which takes care of all 8 states of the northeastern region. And we are the partner with the NELCO and Hughes. In the morning you must have seen 2 officers from NELCO and Hughes. They were here only. Maybe they may be here around. So they are providing these services through GSAT-29. More than 5,000 nodes have been established all across the northeastern region where there is no terrestrial line. Now you must be wondering why these Airtel and BSNL are not looking for terrestrial line. The reason is very obvious and you should try to understand in northeastern region. In mountainous region, suppose one village is there at one place. After 50 kilometers you will find another village. Then laying down a optical fiber, cable, it will cost 10 times than the plain area. This is the real difficulty in the northeastern region. So Government of India has taken a big step in it. We have now GSAT-29. This is a high throughput satellite with Ka-band. And it is giving more than 5,000 places, including ATMs, schools. Many schools are covered. Many villages are covered. Advantage of this kind of high throughput satellite is you put one antenna 1.1 meter only, just like a dish antenna of TV, okay, a DTH. It covers 500 meter radius and it provides at least for the villagers 10 Mbps line, will be broadband services, which is very good. So yes, we are looking into it, but there is a lot of gap areas in it. So I am sure we will have more such kind of technologies, and it was told there is a need in northeastern region. We should have integration of the technology. We should have terrestrial line. We should have high throughput satellite like your AMOS or our GSAT 29 or GSAT 20. We should have even LEO constellation also. I am sure Starlink is looking after northeastern region for information. So integration of this technology will certainly help northeastern region, and I am sure very soon entire northeastern region will be covered by this Satcom and other terrestrial line. With this, can we take one question at least? So with this from our side it is over. However, I will request if any one question I can get from the audience, if you feel. Is there? Very good.
Probably you might have heard about site program
Yeah.
long
Yes.
back.
Yes.
Was
Yes.
done by me. Actually, 2,400 villages were connected in 6 states like Andhra Pradesh, then even in UP, Bihar, and all that. Now, why I am telling long back, probably the government should have followed that. But unfortunately, that was given to schools where the headmasters, some of them were good, so they could continue it, whereas some could not. They were only waiting when they can close it. No, why I am telling, probably had we continued that, probably things would have been different, especially for states like, this Arunachal and your
Yes, you are
state and all
right.
that.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think for the audience, he is talking about the site experiment which was done by ISRO long back in 1975. And it has demonstrated how space technology can utilize for even education also through TV. But now technology has changed. So we are using internet or broadband services. Thank you for bringing out this very, very important aspect. So it means you want to say we are not new. You are right. We are not new. So this is all from our side. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening us patiently. Thank you, and thank you, my panelists, please. Thank you.
Thank you for a highly insightful session. I request the dignitaries to join us for a photograph. Sir. Sure, sir.
Since you brought out very important points about Northeastern region and the coverage related activity, we want to have an exclusive roundtable conference or something only for Northeast.
Great.
And the connectivity related part of it. So very soon, I think we'll have that. We'll announce that also soon.
So you would like to have it here only or in Northeast?
Maybe.
If you would like to have it Northeast, I welcome. My office is, we will provide all the facility, or if you would like to have it in Delhi, then you can invite us.
Maybe we'll decide that.
Okay.
Because the power is here.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you.
Usage is there.
Okay, thank you.
Doctor, I second Dr. Rao. What he's saying is, we can have one session here if it's possible for you to come, and then we visit there and have the take forward.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. So nice of you. Thank you very much.
I just want to add one more information everybody will be knowing. AnandSat is launching a K-band satellite, right, sir?
Yes, madam. Please.
So please, for a photograph.